Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Extreme Z battle for the Super Saiyan Broly, so that we can obviously see just how you can complete it. Now Broly's Extreme Z battle is pretty straightforward and honestly is very simple. Earth-bred Fighters and physical type units are going to be your best bet here. There's quite a big selection list of units like that, so realistically, yeah, it's not anything too major. For me, Broly looks pretty solid. We'll talk about his EZA just now because I think that's a big point of contention. But team building wise, there's obviously quite enough free-to-play units to build a free-to-play team, which is what I'll be doing, but I will show you my main team that I'll be using. I think you got a lot of options here, but a hybrid Saiyan superheroes team feels kind of the best to me. It allows me to use double Gohans, which is great. It allows me to use physical Trunks, which is great. It allows me to use a whole bunch of Trunkses, Gohans, Gotens, Gotenkses, etc. And just in general, I think is a pretty cool team to run. On the free-to-play side, Turtle School is going to be the best option. You can do that if you want to, but it is going to take a little bit longer because obviously the team is not so effective without obviously having full functionality, full buff. It's a lower buff. The Turtle School Goku does help, but generally speaking, outside that, it doesn't do too much major. Now, of course, all things considered, I think ultimately it's not a bad Extreme Z battle. It's a very, very simple one. Obviously we want to talk mainly about Broly. So in terms of Broly himself, I think personally speaking his EZA is not too bad. I see a lot of people complaining about it. I gotta be honest, it just isn't that big a deal to me. Basically I think it's just solid. 26% crit chance and damage reduction, additional 80% in stats, additional baseline stats. Obviously, I would say one thing I will mention. I do think they could have upped it a little bit. So, like the 52% or the 18% that he gains additional against Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, or Movie Heroes. I think they could have just made that 26%, and then I think that everything would be fine. So if they just made that 26% as well, then I think ultimately for me, his damage reduction would have been an extra 8% higher overall, especially when facing a Goku enemy. I think in general it just would have helped him a lot and taken a big edge off of everything. And it would have just made everything make sense. I mean, 26, 26, 26, it's Broly's number, so for me, that would have just been the best call. They didn't do that. I think personally it's not the end of the world. I don't think it's a huge issue. Still think he's pretty good. I think people, he can take damage, definitely. I'm not saying he is the world's best tank. He can take damage. Of that I have no doubt. But the amount of damage he outputs is something I don't think a lot of people are really factoring in properly. This guy does a lot of damage. He does a lot of damage. He is going to be good in the majority of Blue Zone fights. He is gaining buffs against Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, and Movie Heroes. He is basically, for lack of a better term, good in any event against super characters. We have a ton of events against super characters. So Broly will be good. He's not going to be a rock solid tank, but I think people that have used him before, he wasn't really a rock solid tank upon release. I know it's going to be surprising to some people, but he had to super beforehand. He had to super before to be good. He had to have all those damage reductions active. So it's not such an easy situation. I think he's solid now, and I personally am quite keen to run him alongside Tech Broly. Tech Broly is the perfect first slot foil for him. So it's going to be cool to see how they do. But yeah, that's basically going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. And yeah, I will definitely see you guys in the next one. So until then, as always, Take care, stay safe, and give me a shout if you have any further issues. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Bye.